In come the Bahamas. They gained independence from Britain back in 1973. They're very strong in track and field. And, I think, Steve, they're being led in by the boxer Valentino Knowles.
They are. He's already tasted success at the Commonwealth Games. They have a separate boxing championships actually for the Commonwealth. He took a silver medal there, but not in the games themselves. They'll be looking to do well in the athletics once more. Christine Amateur in the 400 and Dimitris Pinder, a new name. We talked about new names coming to the fore, and he's an improving athlete in the men's 400 as well.
Please welcome the People's Republic of Bangladesh.
Here we have Bangladesh, one of India's neighbours, of course, and one of the more newer entrants to the Commonwealth Games. They first took part in 1990. And their flag bearer is their shooter, Mohammad Asif Hussain Khan.
Well, he won a gold medal in Manchester, was just 15 years of age at the time. He doesn't look much older now.
No, he doesn't.
Relations between India and Bangladesh have always more or less been good. Up and down, but pretty much good. Since India helped Bangladesh to gain independence back in 1971 from Pakistan.
देरी और सज्जनों, कृपया स्वागत करें बारबेडोस का।
The very tall figure of Laurel Brown as the netball player, who is the flag bearer for Barbados.
Of course, netball not in the Olympic Games. This is a massive championships for netballers around the world, and it'll be a tight competition, probably in the end between Australia and New Zealand. It often is. The Silver Ferns, will be seeing them later on. But, Barbados hoping to do well.
Is Belize.
You see the great circle of athletes making their way around this stadium. They'll be taking their seats. You see those triangular sets of white seats. They'll be sitting there to watch the cultural display after this parade. But for many people, as Steve was saying, this is the heart of the ceremony. This is the celebration of those who are taking part. Belize, formerly British Honduras, led by the athlete Kaina Martinez. British territory of Bermuda haven't won any medals at the last two games. The only gold was in the high jump back in 1990. They're being led in by a swimmer, Kira Aitken.
Well, they've got a chance, not in the high jump, but in the long jump this time. Tyrone Smith's right up there in the rankings, 8 meters 22.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Botswana.
Very striking blue, black and white flag of Botswana, the republic, the landlocked republic in southern Africa. Amatul Moncho, the athlete leading the men. Botswana, by the way, the world's biggest producer of diamonds. But not quite sure how they'll do here, Steve, because they've never won a gold medal here.
Well, the lady carrying the flag may well start as the favourite in the 400 metres. She's had a great year this year. She's looked as though her career was kind of going in the opposite direction. Has come back this year on a couple of big meets on the world circuit. True world-class athlete.
British Virgin Islands. Just a handful of competitors. Some 40 islands annexed by the British back in 1642. That's the history. Joe Chapman, the squash player, carrying the flag. And again, in that group of nations that has yet to win a medal at the Games.
And again, I'm keeping saying this, but they've got Tahisha Harrigan, who's got a great chance.
And
Your
now it's
athletics
time to
will
welcome
provide lots of
Brunei
opportunities, particularly the Caribbean nations.
The tiny country of Brunei Darussalam. Small population, but a very lavish standard of living, thanks to huge reserves of oil and gas. No medals on their slate either yet. Ampuana Hart one of the bowls team is the flag bearer.
देवी और सचिन स्वागत कीजिए कैमरून का।
Cameroon has been a member of the Commonwealth since 1995, taken 9 golds, all of them in weightlifting.
That's Hugo Mamba, born in France, but triple jumps for Cameroon. He's getting close to the 17-metre mark, and of course no Philip Sado, who decided not to come from England. And again, that's a pretty wide open competition, so you never know. Hugo might just be taking a medal home.
Well, indeed. Not long to go before we see the first of the home nations, England. Just a few minutes before that.
Canada.
But Canada first. Canada's hockey star, Ken Pereira, is the flag bearer, his 4th Commonwealth Games.
I think Ken was so proud to be chosen. His parents were born in India, and he was born in Canada, and he said it's a very proud day for him and his family. And good luck, Ken. He says, I want to promote hockey off the ice. Well, you know, back home in Canada, I'm afraid ice hockey does take precedence, but good luck with that one, Ken.
He's been getting a lot of press here in India, obviously because of his ethnicity. A lot of good press, actually.
Canadians, of course, a very, very proud record. Hosted first games back in 1930. They've hosted the games 4 times. And they have a remarkable record of achievement.
You know, everyone always assumes, of course, with funding that's around for athletes these days, and not all of the sports. And I saw an article Ken Pereira was saying how he's been selling Canada jerseys off the success of the Winter Olympics, of course, in Vancouver, to fund the trip for the hockey team to actually make it here to Delhi.
"17 athletes competing, small contingent from the Cayman Islands, led by the swimmer Sean Fraser. Their only medals so far in the games are bronze in the men's high jump back in 2002.
And now, all the way from the South Pacific, Cook Islands.
A real taste of the South Pacific. The exotic look. Mata Canivale is the bowls player, competing in her 3rd game. She's the flag bearer. There she is. They have 30 athletes competing in 6 sports. The Cook Islands have yet to win a medal.
Of course, for a lot of the Pacific Islands, Rugby Sevens has become a great addition to the Commonwealth Games, and eventually, of course, we'll be into the Olympic Games as well.
Cyprus are on their way in. Just a couple to go before the English team arrives at the stadium. Irodotos Georgalas is the flag bearer, the gymnast. Cyprus's best ever performance 4 years ago when they took 6 medals, 3 of them in shooting.
Please welcome into the stadium, Dominica.
Another of these small contingents, Dominica, former British colony which gained its independence back in 1978. They'll be hoping too for their first medal. Brendan Williams from the athletics team is the flag bearer.
स्वागत करें हमारे अगले मेहमान देश इंग्लैंड का।
Well, that big cheer, you may have heard it, and you can see the flag there on the aerostat. The England team, one of the biggest contingents here, of course, and being warmly welcomed by this huge crowd in the Nehru Stadium. Nathan Robertson, he said this will be one of the proudest days of my sporting career. Our star badminton player will be going in the mixed doubles here with a new partner, of course, no Gail Ems anymore. Dan Walworth will be with him, but, waving the flag very, very proudly. And it's good to see so many of the English team turning out.
The England team, which took 166